If you or a loved one finds yourself accused of a sex offense in the state of California, the first and most important thing to do is to bail out of jail. Indeed, that's even more important than hiring a lawyer. You can fight, defend yourself against those accusations so much more effectively if you do it from the outside rather than allowing yourself or your loved one to remain inside while the case proceeds. There are very many reasons for this, but chief among them is how it looks when someone is in court and they're in the jumpsuit of someone in custody versus they are presented before the court dressed like one of the lawyers before the court in a suit, a tie, and cleaned up so that they look like an ordinary person, an innocent person appearing before the court. The value of hiring a private attorney as opposed to having one appointed by the court if you remain in custody is that the lawyers appointed by the court are overwhelmed with work. There's so many people that they have to deal with. The amount of time that you listen to me on this video will exceed the amount of time you talk to your public defender at any one particular court appearance, simply because of the volume of cases that they have to deal with. The value of hiring someone who has experience in dealing with sexual offense cases is the person with experience knows all of the myriad psychological concerns, knowing who the right psychologists are to provide evaluations which can help both in a sentencing phase or in a guilt or innocence phase of a case is extremely important. There are those psychologists and evaluators who are particularly good at it, and there are those psychologists and evaluators who are not particularly good. But sometimes a defendant may have to make a plea agreement because the plea agreement is in their best interest. And how well that plea agreement comes out is determined by the people that are utilized in presenting the defendant's case. We know you may be feeling somewhat overwhelmed just now, and your family is frightened. And where do we go from here? It's important to slow down and let someone guide you as you go through the maze that is the criminal court system, the parole system, the probation system, and returning to life after these proceedings have concluded. This will pass, and you will be going on with your life after this is over. Our hope for you is that you will be able to look back on this experience, this journey that you're about to pass through, with a great deal of pride in your behavior during the journey, the courage that you showed, and the growth that you demonstrate as you go through it.